Look who turned up last night.
Hi. Cue Max Media intro.
Since you last saw me, a lot's kicked off. I haven't filmed any of it because I got borderline suicidal. So it wasn't really it wasn't really the moment. We're not in the other hotel anymore. And for very good reason. But we won't go into that online.
The real ones, no.
We're in a different, better hotel for the final and third week, which Max has conveniently turned up for just as we've upgraded hotels. Funnily enough, this is the hotel I stumbled across the first time I came to Rome 3 years ago by myself for an adventure, and it is as lovely and luxurious as I remember. It's right next to the Colosseum. So now, cue the third and final week of the jewellery course, this time a la Max. Oh my god.
Right, Mabel. What's going on? Bring up the energy.
What?
The camera something.
We're at the Colosseum.
What have we got to say?
There are too many people here.
That's it. One of the most impressive remaining Roman buildings standing. You're like, it's too hot, it's too many people.
It is too hot. I feel ill. I need to sleep.
Getting too into Italian life. Hey Mabel. How are you, little one? You're resting. How do you feel about it so far?
It's very big.
Strong thoughts.
It's too hot.
It's kind of cooled down now.
It's amazing. It's very impressive. It's better than Stonehenge.
Stonehenge is incredible though. Stonehenge is incredible. They got those stones from Wales and Scotland, some of them.
Wales is just right there.
What, Scotland?
It's also right there.
Scotland is not right there.
It is.
You want to try dragging a stone from Scotland?
Then it was Plastic Napkin Gate.
What are you doing?
They shouldn't have these napkins then, should they?
But why are you so many? You haven't even eaten the ice cream. It's gone everywhere.
They shouldn't have these plastic napkins then, should they?
Look, it's still not clean. Look. It's everywhere, Mabel.
Oh,
Mabel, win.
that went badly.
We truly got into Italian culture on this trip. No wonder their hospitality industry is booming, because it turned out that going out to dinner every night was actually the cheapest option for eating. So that night, we headed out to dinner.
They just chucked it on the plate.
Yeah.
It was horrendous. Who wants just plain pasta with a plain chicken fillet? Call it bolognese or you like, it's just a chicken fillet.
Which leads us right into week 3, day 2. It's all happening in church today, apparently. It is Sunday, the day of the Lord, in Italy. Right. Later. Hi. Hi.
I like ice cream.
No, you don't. Right. Let's go and get breakfast.
How?
It's Monday, the 3rd and final week, and I'm on my way to university to pick up the silver rabbit ring that will finally have been cast in silver.
But you don't have to go all the way around like that.
When we got our rings back from being cast into silver, they needed a lot of filing, sanding and polishing to get them into the shiny silver state that you see in jewellery. Every ring also had one large silver sphere protruding from it as well, which I assume was some sort of offcut where they had to drain out the wax. So the first task was to file down that massive obtrusive sphere.
Did he say to file it down with this side or the other side? Actually, you just want Victoria to cut it. How did sawing it go for you? Oh, you haven't cut it yet.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Paolo told me to cut it first.
Yes.
I'm a bit scared to do that.
I know, I was yeah.
Eat the whole thing as soon as you that shiny.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It will look amazing. Next, it was a lot of sanding. By this point, a shiny ring was starting to emerge, and it was really starting to transform into the shiniest silver I'd ever seen. I then learned about the amazing but lethal ability of the silver pneumatic drill thing. If I attached sandpaper to it, it massively sped up the very long-winded and painful process of sanding down the ring. Then it just had to go through a couple of polishing machines. And it was finally ready to wear. It was not completely finished yet though. The final touches would be finalised later on in the week. But first, it's time for week 3, day 3. Which starts off with a very, very hot trip to the forum. The real forum this time. Which brought us a very confused seagull. Yeah. Max's insights about the forum.
The forum's cool. It's old, I think. It's at least 100 years old. Good view, isn't it? Yeah, reels. Beef now.
And me getting so tired at the top of Palatine Hill that I ended up sitting down on the ground in the dirt and getting myself filthy.
Mabel, how have you got yourself so dirty? What are you climbing around in the mud for?
I was trying to sit on the floor.
You have to wash you down like a dog. You don't want one of the fountains.
Everywhere. Max tried to clean it off, but it only made it worse. I'd already seen a good few viewpoints in Rome by now, so Palatine Hill's view wasn't my favourite. My favourite part of the forum was actually something that Max tracked down.
You enjoying the forum? What's been your favourite bit? Next to the underworld?
I've always really liked like small random structures and pillars, and there are a lot of them in vast parts.
There are.
And I used to like filming in them.
So apparently this is the entrance to the underworld,
And also an altered falcon. Tracked it down.
which means we can now finally leave.
The living.
No, get into the cold.
Oh.
Which brings us to week 3, day 4. I started off by trying out a rounder tool on the drill and pressing it lightly over my brass rabbit hairpin to create texture and shading on their tails and ears.
Funny accessories, and now I've got the ring.
This is your first collection. Bunny, little bunny collection.
I was pleased with my idea of this little detail and with the execution. The hairpin was really starting to get somewhere now. Then I returned to the polishing area to do the last polishing step on my silver ring.
She's putting on the rouge right now on her fluffy Rio.
It just needed to go through one more polishing machine before it was finally a finished professional piece.
Oh, it's getting shiny. Oh, wow.
And it'll even be shinier once you wash all that wax off.
I finished off the workshop morning by making the 2 prongs to attach to the hairpin to make it actually slot into your hair. I hammered it down to force it into the right position and also create an old-fashioned texture. Not much left now, and I'd have some finished jewellery to take home soon, but before we get there, we finished off the day with a trip to the Trevi Fountain.
We've made it to the Trevi Fountain. It's too hot. We're probably just going to go find some gelato and some shade now. But it's very impressive. It's very blue and very clear. So you just really want to get in it. But we can't. We need a sea holiday after this.
Which brings us to week 3, day 5. When I finally completely finished off both of my jewellery pieces. But more on that later. Then we visited St. Paolo Basilica. It was very, very gold, and we saw the official tomb of St. Paul. We left a prayer to our dead hamster Wayne, R.I.P. It also had an amazing museum and a courtyard full of Latin inscriptions and engravings that we tried and failed to translate. Then in the evening we went out to dinner with Jeffrey and some of the other people on our course. And this brings us to the final day. It's our last to catch you. We're going to be 5 minutes late because obviously the tram and the bus won't be here for a while. Or we might be early. They might decide to turn up now. Who knows? It's a great gamble of life, really.
London,
No, it doesn't.
there's trams into your house.
There aren't trams in London.
There are trams in London.
Where? It was presentation time. I was actually the second person to be asked to present, so I was not yet emotionally ready. It was slightly terrifying, although I spent a lot of time making the presentation.
It's beautiful, Neil. It's so cute.
But had I really planned what I was going to say? No. I already knew what I had to say about each slide, and if I planned a script, I'd get too overwhelmed and I'd forget. So I always find it's the best decision to let these things come to me naturally. But still, I was nervous, and slightly out of my comfort zone. There was an audience of about 60 people, which was everyone at IED who had been on summer courses at the same time as us. I showed my research from the trip, including all the gallery and museum visits and which parts really inspired and resonated with me.
I realised that Dolce & Gabbana were artists that understand all the things that I really like in art, which is passion, and trying to use art to express life and love and extreme emotions that you get in life.
I was surprised when the audience gave such a warm and amused response when the slide showing all the different pictures of my rabbit came up.
More in that square shape you can see on the top.
I also explained the context behind my design.
And I thought, what Haley thought, which is I miss my boyfriend. One of my favourite drawings that I did about a year ago now is that little drawing of the 2 bunnies cuddling, which is partly based on my rabbit and partly based on my boyfriend. I've always wanted to take that drawing into something else, so I thought this is the place to do it.
My hairpin and ring were passed around the room as well, so everyone got a close-up look.
And there it is. Beautiful. Oh yeah, that's it.
I was so grateful to receive such a positive response and see everyone else's work and process too. I even popped up in Jeffrey's presentation, and a couple of other people's too. Jeffrey's final result was incredible.
I would take 2 pieces of wax, put them together, and make them match. Well, it's not going to work like that.
He is already an experienced jewellery maker and metal designer, with his work commissioned for Burning Man every year, and his experience in metal and jewellery really shows. And then Barbara gave us one final closing speech. I'll just show you a tiny extract.
But you learn something very important. You learn to be a family. As Timothy told us, to learn about jewellery, methodology, architectural things. I thanks very much to all my staff, because Paolo, you don't know him, but this is one of the biggest goldsmiths in Italy. He won last year the biggest prize award of great master of goldsmith in the world. And she's one of the best, wax designer in Italy. And this is one of the biggest architects. We were really lucky to have you with us. Everybody brings something different. We wish you best life, especially for the youngest, because we have a lot of young people over here. We wish you the best life. Bring with you all the experience that you got with us and enjoy your life. We really wish you the best. Thank you so much.
Now we just had one final afternoon and evening to explore Rome before our 7 a.m. flight the next morning. This started off with the Santa Maria Maggiore Basilica. Why are the candles plastic? It's fine if they're about the church and plastic, because you don't want the church to burn down.
Hashtag much style.
If the whole point of this thing is to light the candle, then what's the point? If she was going switched on, that's it. Nuns here are not completely covered. It's very controversial. I want to be completely covered. Their ankles are out, their feet are out. They're not full length. It's scandalous.
It's the Passion relics.
No one knows what that means.
So it's, well, your mother will. Hey, Annabelle. A bit of the crib with baby Jesus.
Yeah.
A bit of his cross. A bit of the crown of thorns. And then the finger of St. Thomas. But we did see the crib of Jesus.
We did. We didn't actually get to see it. We just got to see a big silver crib that the actual crib was in. But we don't have the real crib on display. I feel like with everything with the church, you've just got to trust. It's there. Somewhere. By this point the exhaustion was really hitting hard.
There goes the American mobile.
But before we went back to pack, there was just one more thing I had to show Max.
Now, before we fly back home, we are off to Giannaccolo Hill again to show Max. This is what I did at the start of the trip, and that's what we're doing on the last day of the trip.
That church over there is St. Paolo, where we saw Paul. Do you remember seeing Paul?
I do.
Do you like seeing Paul?
Yeah, it's fun.
Was fun. You tired, little?
Yeah, but I'm glad we've come here.
Yeah, it's fine. It's magic. It's magic in the harbour. See all of Rome.
Yeah.
See sort of where your university is.
Round by those walls over there. We have made it to Giannaccolo Hill. Only a few hours before our departure back to London. Only 3 weeks later, the results that I now have are the rabbit ring. Of the 2 cuddling rabbits and the rabbit hairpin. With 2 little sparkly hearts for their hearts, because when you're cuddling like that you can feel your hearts glow. It's been a bit of a struggle, as is life with Mabel Media. We're off back home now, and actually only really a month now we're going to start moving, and I'm starting year 2 of university, so lots of exciting things on the horizon. And I'm here on the hill in Trastevere, where it all started 4 years ago with Max and the rabbits I have now created. And I never thought I'd be able to do metal work, but as someone who's never done it before, not even at DT at school, I am quite pleased with my results, and it's a good addition to my portfolio. So we're going to see the rabbit very soon. We'll see you back in London. Rome is
It's lovely when it's cool.
It is.
Then I start to really love it and feel the magic again. Look, it's so pretty. It's making me feel the magic of Rome again.
Good.
These are the steps where I was when I first came to Rome. And then Paolo and Pablo and all that lot came down here and they saw me.
Thought, oh.
No, I was just interested. And then I came out to have like a second because it's quite a lot in there. I sat on the steps and I ended up crying because I didn't want to leave Rome. I didn't want to go home, but I had to go back to the airport in a few hours' time. So I ended up crying, upset, thinking if there's any way I could just stay anyway. And then I went off back this way with them after they came back down the hill, but I had no idea at the time they'd come back down from the hill, but now I realised they'd just come back down from the hill. And then we went off back in Strasbourg and had a good time before I left. And I'm here with you, 4 years later.
You are. Still a good staircase.
I'm really feeling the magic of Strasbourg again, and of original Mabel Media Rome. Now I'm actually feeling quite sad to leave because it does feel like a fairy tale again. But now, 4 years later, there's nothing more fairy tale-ish than you and the bunny at home. But I'm still sad to leave this fairy tale. I think that was good.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
We'll put that in the credits.
Well, this is credits now, yeah.
Air conditioning. Why? Why is it off? Who the fuck turned it off?
Fair enough.
Fucking turn on.
No, stop it, stop it. Right, give me a pose, quick. Okay, that's great. We got it. Go check out the other videos that Mabel's done. Full of lols and rabbits.
Yeah.
And London shenanigans.
Holes and rabbits and London shenanigans.
So we're not going to go and sit down and have brunch.
No. It's too stressful in here.
Yeah, that's the reason I was confused about what you were saying is because that would suggest that the plan is changing and the plan never changes.
They've actually got authority here.
Have you got the monks? Santa Maria, Santa Maria. I've got that name.
We can get a video.
Oh, should we go back up?
No.
Oh.
Okay, that's the end.